Hello, everyone. Welcome to Speedrunners Arena. Today we'll be watching the semifinals race between 0 Kbps, consisting of Kuro and RKC, versus 5-minute Go Mode, consisting of Asvel and Exopa. I will be your commentator, Useria. We have Reem Arcturus acting as our tracker with WJG as our restreamer. Please give them both a shout out. Thanks for their volunteer work. Zopa, is it Zopa? Well, let's hope we get that right. So this is now my understanding. Now this is the semifinals match to the Multitroid tournament. That's been in cooperation with the Wiki Multitroid races. Oh, now you're just very punny, Reem. Very punny. Now, my understanding, this is a Vod-Stream, so this has already been raced, but I don't believe that we have. So this is a race that's already been concluded, but we'll see how this goes. Now, just in case we have any newcomers watching this stream or VOD, as the main case may be, is that this is a Multitroid race, so the two runners on the left and the two runners on the right are actually are one team, are each a single team. So this is a co-op verse race. They will be sharing all health, ammo, and items that they find. Although this does not mean they share worlds. So, while they do share boss defeated states. If they both enter the same boss room, they will both be fighting the separate versions of their own bosses. So we'll definitely see some. So this just means that we see runners taking some very different routes. So far we already see our bottom runners, RKC and Zopa, grabbing the vanilla morph ball and a super missile pack in the first missile location. And we see power bombs over at Bomb Chorizo. And we see Spring Ball over in the Brinstar ceiling item. That's which is now that's an item that's going to be either be greatly liked or greatly hated. Mostly because it can totally mess up Mock Ball, if you ask me, from my experience. Okay, we see both bottom runners for both teams going up and checking the Billy Mays room. While the top runners for the two teams appears like we have a bit of a route divergence. The crew of 0 Kbps has decided to go down Terminator for picking up a missile. While 5-minute Go Mode, Asville, decided to check it on the 230 missile. And I believe it was just a missile. Oh, wait, it was not. It was a different item. It looks like. Alright. Crew checking the back of the gauntlet. Did not take a peek. Let's see if Asphalt checks for us. Alright, so crew is taking the elevator down the Brinstar, and just a missile and power bombs in the back of Gauntlet. Both bottom runners picking up E-tanks for their respective teams. Kuro the first to make it to Green Brinstar, now opening up the door to early supers. Let's see what we find in here. We're doing a drive-by of a super missile pack. Let's see what's in the where the reserve tank is. Well, let's see. We got a super missile pack. And just a regular missiles past there, and some more power bombs. And that gives us the magic number of 15 PBs, which is going to be the minimal necessary to clear the Torium. Although we both bottom runners find more power bomb, a fourth power bomb pack for their respective teams in the Mother Brain location. And for the actual early super missile location, we find another missile pack, which Kuro has to pick up in order to get exit out of the room. Asdo is just now picking up that same missile pack, being just on right on the tails of Kuro. Kuro is now making their way towards the Eddie-kun's area. Asdo's going to be right behind him. Okay, now we see Zopa heading for a ship refill. Kuro found plasma beam outside the Eddie-kun's green door. RKC decided to check the 230 missiles location for 0 Kbps. And Kuro picks up wave beam right past that the super door in the Eddie-kun's area. So that's a lot of early game beam firepower. Okay. And Kuro picks up high jump boots after doing the wall jumps up the Eddie-kun's. Zop. And was Asvel still just right behind him? Meanwhile, our bottom runner seems we have seen some major route divergence, with RKC now headed towards the moat, picking up the item there, while Zopa instead decided to go down, take the elevator down to the red tower and grab a few items in the beta power bombs, and now they're headed towards the alpha beta power bombs location. RKC makes apparently a continuous wall jump across the moat. Now let's check in the ocean items. Found a super missile. Meanwhile, Kuro and Asvel are on their way to check Mission Impossible. Take a look and see what's in there. And it's another super missile. So definitely we appear to be loaded for ammo for this and firepower for so far, and this early on in this seed. But other than those high jump boots and spring ball, we're very light on movement items. Although at the very least, the high jump or spring ball will both at least allow scaling up the worst room in the game. RKC checking spooky missiles, while Zilpa now setting up for their continuous wall jump, and apparently forgot they have high jump boots on, so they turn that off. Upside, we find Aswell finds speed booster over at the charge beam location. That's going to give it a big, nice speed increase for a 5-minute team 5-minute gold mode. While 0 Kbps, we have Kuro out checking the Wavegate room, and they do remember that he remembers he does have wave beam, so it doesn't have to do the super missile glitch. Asphalt is checking the waterway item. Crew has decided to skip out on the super missile that was in the Wavegate room. While the waterway had just a super missile that Asphalt decides to skip. Considering that we this is Multitroid, so they share ammo, it also means that they can while one player fights the boss, the other player can restock. Ammo counts is not as important as it would be in a single player. Zopa does a nice ocean fly. while RKC is already getting ready to finish off Phantoon. Missile's a super missile, unfortunately. Hero, meanwhile, has already picked up the speed booster and is now checking waterway. Asphalt looks like they're checking the spore spawn item, which is just a vanilla super missile. And while RKC has just finally finished off Phantoon, Zilpa is just about to open up the eye door to Phantoon himself, excuse me. Alright. RKC. Now we'll see if RKC, how much of the wreck ship RKC will decide to investigate for Team 0Kbps. We see that Kuru was pinged the Green Hills. As well, just check the wave gate item. We'll see if they are now done with the Green Hills area. And speaking of, Kuru finds grabs another E-tank from the Green Hills missile location. And RKC finds Charge Beam over in the right side wreck ship supers. So that's another big firepower increase. And if I'm not mistaken, that's already a full... Oh, minus Ice Beam, that's almost a full beam combo. Ooh, Zopa! Unfortunately, miscounted their super count. And Enraged Phantoon was a super missile. Thankfully, that Plasmine helped them survive those waves of blue fires. Alright, Kuru wall jumping up their way up Red Tower. While Asphalt, in the case of route divergence, is headed for the X-ray room. It looks like they're going to stock up on power bombs. Alright, Zoba has finished off Phantoon and waking the wreck ship. Meanwhile, RKC is carefully making their way through... Rather carefully making their way through the spiky room of death. I don't think they even got hit once in there. Not exactly the easiest thing to do when you don't have a gravity suit. Crew checking off the PBs, just some missiles. Decides to nope out of that. Meanwhile, Asvel checking the Spazer location. And just another E-tank, and they decide they don't need it. Got it. Although I have to wonder what's Kuru's thinking in checking Red Tower, because they do have RKC up there. That is a good point. With the Charge and Multitroid, they pretty much are in firepower go mode. Now, initially, it didn't seem to make a lot of sense for Kuru to go up Red Tower, but if RKC does a full care of wreck ship and it goes Forbidden Highway to Dragon, if this possibly this might make more sense. Alright, Kuro picking up the E-tank at the Space Marine location. RKC is in the attic. Over in Team 5-minute go mode. Asville does a great quick kill. Ozopa, let's see what Archer. Turning off high jump boots as they check the E-tank, wreck ship E-tank, and grab it. Alright, crew opening up Meridia on their way past it as they make their way past it. Let's see if they're going to I presume they're going to head for straight correct, which he does. Alright, crew and Aswell do a high five each other. with as well checks the crate E-tank. It's just a super missile. And crew proceeds onwards after checking the PB towards the Fat Craig. Alright, Zopa, for 5 minute go about, has left the specking room of death back to the wreck ship. The High Mansion will be checking the wreck ship attic. Our RKC of Team Zero Kbps is is now in bowling alley. And I'm looking and they're going and now they're all balled up, ready to go. While Kuru does their own quick kill. And over in 5 minute going on, we see Asvel picking up a super missile and checking in the high jump boots location. So based on this patterns, I mentioned with the an ice beam in the high jump boot location. So now we have a full beam combo. So this is a very firepower heavy seed with still a relative lack of mobility items. We still only we only have speed, high jump, and spring up, but no suits or any or space jump. So at this point, it looks like Zopa is probably gonna take the oh, and RKC finds Varia suit at the wreck ship reserve tank. So anyone who was betting to themselves on Varia, you just won all the bounty points. Was Varia being locked by Fantune? It probably it meant that there's like a gravity suit at somewhere that's not locked by it, or there's a lot of E-tanks available. But I would probably gravity. So now based on the routing scheme we've seen so far, I imagine Asvel is probably going to go fight Ridley, while Zopa is going to go fight Dragon for a 5 minute golden. And Reem in chat is predicting that the gravity suit is at Climb Supers. Although I should probably repeat, WJT's noticed that since this is a pod rather than a restream, there is no actual prediction. It's just all fun, just for fun. For the answer to that question, Chrono, Fantune only requires a certain number of E-tanks, with the number depending on which suit is available. If you have gravity suit, then it requires 3 E-tanks, I believe. If you have Varia, then it requires about 6. And if there's no suits, then it requires like 12, 13, a lot. 12. Thank you, Reem. Oh, and grappling beam over at Bubble Mountain. Alright, so Asvel and crew are both in the bubble checking items over at Bubble Mountain. Asvel appears to be a little bit ahead and is now farming at the speed booster farm location. And probably really thankful that Zopa just picked up that Varia suit at the wreck ship attic. Oh, and RKC picks up gravity suit at the front of Gauntlet. And we did find the screw attack in the criteria power bombs location. So that it would be on logic if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so at this point, 5 minute gold mode, we kind of have to hope that Zopa decides to check the criteria power heads to checks the front of Gauntlet. Criteria power bombs for screw attack it would be helpful, but definitely not required for your 5-minute go mode. But it would but as it is, it probably wouldn't be a strict requirement for them yet. I mean, the worst as Asvel can still face off against Ridley without gravity. It just would be a bit harder. The main issue is that Zopa will probably have a harder time facing off against Dragon without free movement in water. Over in Team 0 Kbps, we see Kuru getting ready to do a gravity jump up the lava dive. While RKC is on our way to facing off against Dragon. Just now entering the entrance to the tube. Alright, crew entering Lower Narfair. So they'll probably be heading straight for, I imagine Team 0 is going to be heading straight for their respective bosses. Over in 5-minute go mode, looks like they're still searching items as Asvel just checked the weight beam location. I do believe that WJG picked up ice. Crew picked up ice. Alright, Crew does a nice shine spark across the pillars room. And I did not know you could morph ball under all those pillars in that room that Asvel just did. That was the first I'd even seen that. I've gone that way, but I never realized you can powerbomb those items. Alright, so at the current moment, it does look like Team 0 has a bit of a lead, with Kuro already getting past the amphitheater. RKC just defeated Baltwan. While over in 5-minute go mode, both runners are behind their counterparts, with Asvel just now arriving, successfully making a gravity jump up the lava dive, and just now entering Lord Dorfair, while Zopa is just now entering the Red Tower. Excuse me. So at this point, Team 0 will have to make some big mistakes at the current rate of things if 5-minute Goma wants to win this race. On the other hand, this is a best of 3, so even if predictions do hold out that Team 0 wins this round, 5-minute Goma does have another round. Does have another race for them to. Still has another chance to stay in the tournament, although I'm sure anyone who actually looked at the tournament rankings probably already knows who actually won this. No spoilers, please. Alright, RKC giving us a fried shrimp dragon, while Crew doing a little bit of farm up after the health and ammo that RKC used up on Dragon. So now we have a back-to-back boss fights for Team 0. Over on the right side for Team 5-minute go mode, we see that Asvel just making their way past the final save on their way to Ridley. We'll soon be entering the Wastelands. Zopa is in the fake where you find the Multitroid room, and is getting ready about to face off against Botwan. Ooh, and Kuro just finishes off Ridley in the time it took me to say all that. That must have been a very nice quick fight. So I imagine at this point for Team 0, they'll whoever makes it to the top first will probably go ahead and enter Torium to finish off Motor Brain, while the other runner will make their way towards the Samus's ship and just refill as may be required. I imagine it will be RKC based on positioning that will enter Turian. Over on the right was 5-minute Goba. We see Asvel. Looks like they're getting just outside Ridley's lair, while Zopa is in the Coliseum, making their way across the room there. Okay, and Asvel goes straight into for Ridley's lair and immediately shoots some super missiles his way. And Zopa decides to hit straight in on their Dragon fight. Not even. Although they'll have to be careful between their shared ammo counts, as they only have 6 missiles left. Although it does look like Ridley is getting close to death there. Alright, RKC has made it to the Criteria surface, as well as while crew is just about to making their way past the 3 Musketeers, while Asvel has finished off Ridley for 5-minute Gov mode, while Zopa is now facing up against Dragon. Should be a very quick fight, as Dragon's already in the red, but thankfully that fight should go a lot easier with Plasma Beam, as now it's very easy to wipe away all that goo that he sprays at you. Oh, crew is doing a the wave beam check, grabbing an E-tank on the way to the wave beam room. Just a missile, nopes out of that. And RKC is just into Turian, going about to face off against their first Metroid. And that was a very clean run. Maybe not the quickest, but definitely clean. Ooh. Try to go for a 2-for-1, but didn't quite get it for the second Metroid room. Okay, there's the third Metroid room. Let's see how the first one goes. Oh, its textbook's clean. So RKC has finished off all the Metroid rooms, about to have the family reunion. We'll see if Meanwhile, Kuru is pre-draining their health for the family reunion. This also happens to be near a farming location to immediately refill their health after the family reunion. Over in 5-minute Go mode, we see Asvel just made it out of there, has re-entered Upper Norfair, while Zopa is about to re-enter the Red Tower and take the elevator up to Criteria surface. Alright. Alright. RKC for Team 0 is in the Mother Brain room. Let's see. Looks like RKC needed to turn up. Oh no, they were. Oh, okay. So you have to do the spring ball skip. Is that by skip? Although you don't actually need spring ball for that. All right, RKC makes very quick work of Metroid Brain Phase 1. We see Zopa for Team 5-minute Go mode now entering Turian. We see both top runners in making our way back towards the surface. With crew just now just about to enter Red Tower, while Azabel looks like they're taking the shortcut to the top of Red Tower. Oh, nice. Oh, crew is on standby near energy refill? Is that what they're gonna do? Or is they just playing it safe while RKC does the stand-up glitch? Because I think we had one match that kind of went wonky because of some Multitroid glitches. Although I understand that it did get the glitch did get fixed. All right, RKC has pulled off the stand-up glitch. All right, Aswell has made it back to the Samus ship for their to restock their team for 5-minute go mode. Sopa is having their family reunion. Oh, going for the Metroid skip. Oh, it doesn't quite get them the Metroid skip, but does make it to all the way to the left. So that saves a little bit of time. Oh. Oh, so it's just a standard glitch. Okay. All right. Both bottom runners in Torian, while their partners on the top side are literally on the top side as they're both waiting in Kateria's surface. Although crew decided, why not save the animals? Although they haven't spawned yet. Oh, is the crew not going to save the animal? Okay, crew is just teasing us about saving the animals. Over in 5-minute go mode, we see that Zopa is still working on Mother Brain, stage 2. Giving her head a full charge shots. And crew has successfully escaped and finished for their part for Team 0 Kbps, as well standing by at the ship. RKC is now back at the climb. They're doing the behemoth speed booster. And Tilly-Morph has the great insight of the day. Since the animals weren't there, the animals must be fine. Alright, and there we go, RKC successfully completed their run, and that means both runners for Team 0 has successfully completed their run. They have an official time of 32 minutes and 8 seconds. Looks like Team 5-minute Gomo decided to forfeit at that point. Let me just refill my drink, and I'm ready for match 2. Okay, I'm back. So match 1. The semifinals goes to Team 0 Kbps. Good game to both teams. Okay. So we'll be as noted by WJG, he's going to be switching out to the pre-stream screen as he switches out the videos to the match 2 videos. I am ready to go. Alright, we're back with match 2 between Team 0 Kpbs and Team 5-Minute Go Mode. And we're off. So if Team 0 wins this round, they would proceed off to the finals. I don't know if they did or not. Don't spoil it for me again. Well, 5-Minute Go Mode. And we'll need to make still needs to make 2 wins if they want to proceed on to the finals. Okay, looks like we're seeing the same rounding as last time. Bottom runners for both teams are going to head down to the morph ball location for their respective teams. Although it looks like Kuru is going to stand by at the 230 missiles, and Aswell is waiting by at the Bomb Chorizo entrance. And a bit of a switch up from last time. Alright, Zopa's first to pick up morphing ball. But what does the first missile have for us? And it's just a regular missile. So that benefits Team 5-minute go mode, as that allows Azul to immediately open up that bomb chorizo door. While Kura has to go and make their way from the 230 missiles to that door, and it's a power bomb at bomb chorizo. While the Brinstar Stealing has a super missile pack that both Zopa and RKC pick up the back at the same time. While past that, it has a missile. And once again, both spawn runners are going to check Billy Mays for their respective teams. Oh, and crew opting to not check 230 missiles and going straight for Terminator, while Aswell does check 230 missiles. And it's just a vanilla missiles. Ooh, early suit seed as Zopa picks up gravity suit at Billy Mays. And RKC picks it up right afterwards for Team Zero. Speaking of team, and the Puro Team Zero is now checking the backup gauntlet. A E-tank and I believe a missile. Not a worthwhile reason to go towards gauntlet. And also just skip the E-tank. That's interesting. As well, actually, skip the E-tank at in the skipping the E-tank at the Terminator room. RKC pick up the super missile to the Retro Brinstar PB location. Oh, and as well, remembering they skipped that E-tank and picks it up. And RKC is picking the elevator back up to Old Turian, while crew checks the old super missiles location. Ooh. Looks crew can't check the back of early super behind the wreck. Behind the early reserves, because they're out of only have one PBs, and they looks like Team Zero decided that RKC should use it for the old brother brain check. Unfortunately, it was just a missile. Hopefully, that doesn't work. It still works out for him. But Kuro does have a nearby location where they can get some more PBs. See if Kuro decides to go back. But for now, they're going to head to the Eddie Coons. Meanwhile, for 5-minute gold mode, Laswell is now checking the Brinstar reserve tank, a missile, super missile. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any power bombs to check the back of the reserve tank item. So let's hope that doesn't come to post runner's regret. Well, down below on the bottom screen, we see Zopa for Team's 5-minute go mode is headed towards the Samus' ship. Might they be going for a direct ship again? Alright, Team Zero, we see how Kuro while jumping up their way to the Eddie Coon's room. Ooh, and grappling beam over at the Eddie Coons. So that does give us our logical, if not, though not necessarily required, access to the wrecked ship area. Alright, crew is heading back to the Brinstar reserve tank to check that back item they couldn't check earlier. Now they have restock on PBs. The fact that we only have one PB, it definitely means both teams will have to be careful to properly oh, and it's just the E tank at the back of early of the Brinstar reserve tank room. Nice, but probably not worth it to go back for that, unless this is a very energy starved seed. But then I would imagine that both runners can, but considering this is Multitroid, I don't think that energy is really all that necessary, since you can always have your partner refill you up. Aswell also likes to go back to oh no, Aswell is going for... did not go back for the Brinstar return reserve tank item. So they're gonna be catching a sizable lead over their his counterpart of crew in Team 0. And picks up a E-tank outside Mission Impossible. So now this is kind of interesting as now, for the top side, 5-minute go mode has the lead, with Aswell entering the Super Mission Impossible, with crew some distance, just like a moment behind him. While for our bomber runners, it's actually Team 0 that's in the lead, with RKC entering Fantoon's lair, while Zopa is still in... running their way down the wreck ship. Looks like they had to turn off Spring Ball because it was throwing off their movement. Ooh. Looks like Zopa has to wait as he wants to check the spooky missile items, but has no PB, so he's waiting for Aswell to grab another power bomb. Or did he go AFK? Because he's letting himself get hit. Yeah, I wonder if Zopa went AFK here, because he's just letting himself get hit by the ghost repeatedly. Well, meanwhile, we do see Aswell in the Green Hills decided to skip the E-tank that was in there. Over in Team 0 on the left, we see that Kuru just checked the spore spawn location, while RKC is just finished off Fantoon. Crew is still working on more Pink Brinstar items, working on the wave gate. We'll have to do the green gate glitch, and looks like they got it on their first try. Nice. Not exactly easy to do without high jump boots. Just an E-tank, but which they elect to grab. Back over to 5-minute go mode. We do see Zopa has finally got pick up the keyboard again now that Aswell picked restock on some power bombs in the Firefly's room to X-ray to get the spooky missiles. Main reason why, in case some people are new, the reason why Zopa likely waited is that when the wreck ship is down, that room is not that dangerous. But if you do it after Fantoon is defeated, all those spikes in that room become active, and it becomes a lot more dangerous, especially when you don't have the Vari suit. And Aswell finds I believe it was high jump boots over at the X-ray location. So that's going to be a very nice quality of life movement for 5-minute go mode. Alright, over on the left was Team Zero. Looks like they found a power bomb pack at one point, so that's going to get definitely relieve their power bomb ammo issues. Won't have to be quite so careful in sharing their power bombs with each other. And Kuru making use of that grapple beam to check to make their way towards the X-ray room. So he's gonna be picking up high jump boots for Team Zero. RKC is now making their way to the wreck ship E-tank and spots Varia. So the inputs Team Zero in go mode, if I'm not mistaken. I can't think of anything because they have ice beam to get. If they could do the ice clip, the ray gun's good. They have both suits. They can do a gravity jump for the lava dive. They have high jump or a spring jump for the worst room in the game. Or if they're really crazy, or if they're just crazily skilled, they can just wall jump, do the double frame perfect wall jump. So they'll just have to, but they're definitely light on firepower, so they'll probably have to take it careful on the bosses. Probably have only fight one at a time and have their partner farm up for ammo for more ammo. But as for 5-minute go mode, we see that Asbel is on their way to fight against Craig, while Zopa's going through their spiky room of death on their way to the wreck ship E-tank. That will pick up their Varia, definitely help. But they don't. I'm not sure if we caught it, but it does not look like the 5-minute go mode has ice beam. Let me see if let me get another shot. Alright, 5-minute go mode picks up their Varius. Has their Varia thanks to Zopa's checking the wreck ship E-tank. Oh, Asphalt does not get the quick kill this round. We see some. Okay. Ooh, so 5-minute go mode is ironically not in go mode. Unless they can do as they have no way to gain access to Dragon. They don't even have the PBs. They have no way of getting access. They don't have the PBs for a crystal flash clip, nor did they have ice beam or speed booster for a more easier strat. Right. And Zelpa's now checking those. So Asvel ran up. So Ice was somewhere in Pink Brinstar, and Asvel decided to skip out because they decided Zelpa had PP priority. Okay. It was in Alpha Supers. The early Supers? Oh. Oh, and Asvel picks up Wave Beam at the crate. Oh, it was the Spore Spawn Supers. Okay. So Aswell has validated the 5-minute go mode's run, and is now taking the elevator towards Norfair. Zopus finished checking the attic. Back over in Team Zero, Kuru's has already defeated Craig. Is now going to pick up the wave beam for his team. RKC is about to face off against Dragon, making use of that ice clip. And gets it easy with that first on that first try. So by taking a peek at the wreck ship attic, just a missile. As well is checking the high jump boots location. Let's take a see what he finds. Craig, both of them have Craig down. I definitely know it because Aswell did not get the quick kill. Speaking of Aswell, 5-minute. He is now making his way towards Bubble Mountain for a team go 5-minute go mode. Zopa taking the slow way of taking the hover riding the hover guys to the sky missile and picks up plasma beam. So that gives him 5-minute go mode now has wave plasma. Definitely a big firepower boost. Unfortunately, they still don't have charge beam, so that they still need ammo. And make sure they carefully husband their ammo for bosses. Meanwhile, over in Team Zero, we see that Crew is now entering the lava pit for on the way to Lord Norfair, setting up their gravity jump, while RKC opens up the door towards Dragon's Lair. Now, considering the low ammo count of RKC, I would imagine he's probably going to do a grapple kill. So we're going to have another electric fried shrimp. Back to 5-minute go mode, we see Asvel's been checking Bubble Mountain for items. I imagine. Well, at this point, they're Team 5-minute go mode. As I ironically still looking for go mode status, as they still don't have a way have access to Dragon's Lair. So by finding another E-tank at the gravity suit location and electing to skip that, RKC finally getting the grapple beam connected and gets an electric fried shrimp kill for Team Zero. While Crew is making their way through the worst room of the game. Didn't quite get that ball's jump over that last space spider, unfortunately. Alright. Crew has successfully made their way through the amphitheater. While RKC is now making their way back across the Coliseum. At this point for Team Zero, I imagine that RKC is going to get ready to stand by at Turian or at a farming location, while Crew goes off to face off against Ridley. Oh, and back to 5-minute Crew, Asvel finds Speed Booster on the way to the wave beam room. So that finally puts 5-minute go mode in go mode. So they put and totally not living up to their name. As now they have and Kuro picks a X-ray scope in the Wastelands or the PB's Shames location. So 5-minute go mode definitely has a lot of catching up to do with Asvel just now at the entrance to the lava pit for Lord Norfair entrance. While Zopa now has to make their way towards the glass tube. Over in Team Zero, Cruz has made quick work of the Metal Pirates. While RKC is making their trying to make their way to the shortcut to the Red Tower from Meridia. Since he doesn't have space jump, he has to do has to grapple their way across, taking a little bit more care to properly grapple across without falling. Okay, it looks like Crew is going to farm up a bit. Or at least until RKC can do a ship refill, probably whichever comes. Actually, I would imagine that RKC is probably Crew is just going to farm up just enough to survive against Ridley, just long enough for RKC to get a ship refill just as Crew needs it. Back to 5-minute gold mode update. We see Asphalt just making their way past the Pillars room and into the worst room in the game. While Zopa has entered the Aqueducts and is going to be wall jumping up to face off against on their way up to face off against Botwan. And Asphalt does successfully make their way to the top of the worst room of the game. It likes to super missile the final space pride as they jump into the amphitheater, which is also very, very dangerous if you mess up on your jumping here. Over on the left side was Team 0. We see that Crew has just finished off Ridley. So that frees up RKC to freely enter into the Torium and have our final fight against Mother Brain. At this rate, unless something extreme and dramatic happens, this will be another win for Team 0. And let's proceed on to the finals. Alright, RKC is now in Turian. Crew is still in Lower North Parish, trying to make their way past the Wastelands. While 5-minute gold, 5-minute gold, Asphalt just gave Crew a high five as he Asphalt makes his way into Wastelands and picks up the X-ray scope at the Power PBs of Shame location, while Zopa is in the Aqueducts. Looks like they're about to hit. Did Zopa already kill Dragon? The tracker says they already did. No, they did not. Zopa is now facing off against Botwan, and then we and then it will be complete, and then we'll have all four the G4 to complete. I wouldn't worry about it too much, Reem. There's a lot of stuff to track that that none of us can. I don't think anyone could keep track of completely. All right, we see Asphalt now facing off against Ridley. While RKC back with Team 0 is having their family reunion. Look. I also might have put the 5-minute Goban in a tight spot, as they're practically out of ammo, and Zopa wasn't able to open up any doors. Did get a super missile from a Multitroid to open up a green missile door, but only finds a reserve tank on the way to Dragon, so they're going to head back out, and presumably to farm up some more ammo for Asvel, because they do not have the charge beam. I would not say it's a soft lock for Team 5-minute Go mode, but a very awkward position where you have to very awkwardly farm more items. And okay, I don't know what Zopa Team 5-minute Go mode is thinking, because Zopa has entered Dragon's Lair. Now, admittedly, Zopa does have grapple, so they probably go for a grapple kill, or they could go for a Shine Spark kill, but still, this is... But considering the race setting, they kind of had to do a Hail Mary because farming. Oh, that's a good point. Oh wait, there is one grapple location that he can still grab, as WJG points out. But Zopa's taking a lot of early damage here. He may not have the energy to do a drain on, especially with all those shine sparks. That's just costing a lot of energy. And this whole time, and over on the left side was Team Zero. RKC has just finished off Motor Brain 2. Does not look like they did the stand-up glitch this time, or they did not successfully. But 5-minute Gobo is in a very tough spot. Let's see. I wonder if yeah, this was not the for a moment there, it looks like Zopa forgot that PBs means that the goo does not give you any drops. You have to kill them with a beam for them to give you any drops. Oh, crew! Zopa is now setting up for a quick grapple kill. Let's see if we. Oh, they miss. Oh no. Zopa's on the verge of death. Oh no. Oh, swiftly breaks out the grip. Oh, wow. This is a very... Oh, Zopa. Clutches it at the, was that at the end there. Just barely was that grapple kill. Had a quick grapple kill. But the... And finds a super missile pack behind Dragon. Unfortunately, despite 5-minute go mode, just getting out of that very awkward position, Team Zero has just defeated Mother Brain, is now making their escape. While Crew is not while they. And they'll definitely make it there. While Crew is not at the ship, he's not that far behind. A 5-minute go mode unfortunately still has Ridley, and their health situation and ammo's still not bad. Azul tries to go and restart the fight, but it immediately has to immediately hit. Act like freeze time with the world. And hope that Zopa can farm up some more health and ammo. Yeah, just unpausing the game for a moment. Azul takes a big hit that drains a lot of health there. Zopa does finally gets to a farming location. A very good one, in fact. A very good one, in fact, if you don't want the quicksand. So that definitely puts Azul back in a better position. Although it's definitely a scary mode to see all that health go really low there. And Azul finally kills off Ridley. 5-minute go mode is finally go mode for Turian. But unfortunately, RKC has just entered their ship and has finished their race for Team Zero. And Team Zero has finished with an official time of 30 minutes and 3 seconds. Congratulations to them on their win. And they apparently they are one of the finalists. I have no idea if they actually won the finals. That was definitely a very tense moment for Team 5 Minute Go mode. They were full of binaries, having a very late go mode, and having to try to find an item for having missed that ice beam due to the low power bomb count, and then having to finally picking up that speed booster very late into the match, at 19 minutes if I remember correctly, and then not quite doing enough farming for Ridley, and then having their partner go and decide, okay, I'm gonna go fight Dragon. That'll get me out of this situation. That was a very rough, and to be honest, that was a very rough situation. That said, do we want to definitely give us a big shout out to all of our runners and our broadcast team, crew, RKC for Team 0, Zopa and Asbel for Team 5 Minute Go Mode. I have been your commenter, Usaria, was tracking done by Remak Turris, and WJG, and as our read streamer. Definitely give them a big shout out and consider checking them out. If they and until then, I hope I'll see you all next mission. And for now, let's go ahead and check see if we have anyone that we want to. Oh, okay. Okay, so WJG doesn't want anyone to check him out. He doesn't stream. So we'll just go ahead and decide see if we can find someone we like to raid. Oh, we should definitely give a big thanks to the Speedrunners Arena staff and to the Real GR Bow of Weekly Multitroid Races as they help brought about this SMRAT Multitroid tournament. If you're definitely interested in trying out a Multitroid, definitely join their Discord server and ask. They can definitely give you some info on how to set that up. And if you're interested about speed runs here on Speedrunning Arena, so we have our own SRA Discord. Links are in the chat. And for now, we'll go ahead and we'll be running Panama Quest, a random Super Metroid channel, according to WJG. But until then, I've been your commenter, Usaria. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you next mission.